is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul. Good vibes only, I'm in control. Turn the music up, let the rhythm roll. I move my body, I'm alive, I glow. Unstoppable, dancing through the fire. Every step higher, taking me higher. Smile so big, can't hold it in. Good vibes, good life, let's begin. Every scar made me wiser. Every tear lit the fire. I don't fear what's ahead.
And I am live, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This is Arnett. I am the face behind this business page, personal page, and my YouTube page. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Happy, amazing Wednesday. And yeah, wearing this nice jacket, right? It's a present from my husband during the holidays, and I love it. It really keeps me warm. It's just so cold nowadays, right? But I'm still grateful we needed this. We needed this. Like I feel like I am in Ireland because the weather here in our area is just super super foggy and cold, and I feel like we are in Ireland. This is actually kind of weather in Ireland. That's why my husband is loving it. But anyway, I am so happy to be here, guys, and I'll be talking to you the magically heal your relationships. And this is the day 15 of this magic book by Rhonda Byrne. And before I start, I just really want to take a moment of gratitude to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for each and every one of you, for my followers, for my audience, for my business partners, for my family who's watching right now, and for those of you who are engaging and also connecting with me via social media, as I am streaming this live on two platforms, but two pages on Facebook and one in YouTube. But again, thank you so much. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for tuning in tonight. So I'm so grateful that you are here with me today, and I truly believe that you did not find this live by accident. Because when we begin to study gratitude, relationships, and conscious creations, we realize that nothing in life is random. Everything is responding to who we are becoming, right? So today, tonight, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are, we are talking about this day 15 from the Magic Book by Rhonda Byrne, Magically Heal Relationship, right? Oh, I just got my 1099. Oh my gosh. 1099. See, I just received my 1099 here via email from the company that we're partner with. So happy. Can't wait to see my refund. Yeah, and again, this chapter is so powerful because it teaches us something that many of us were never taught, growing up, right? Usually our relationship are not happening to us. They are happening through us, right? So people always say this life is happening to me, but actually life is happening for me, right? So again, Rhonda Byrne explains that every relationship in our life is affected by our thoughts, our feelings, and our gratitude and our expectations as well. And my mentor Bob also thought that you attract people in your life who are in harmony with your dominant thoughts. Whatever thoughts that are dominant, whatever thoughts that you're emotionally involved, you know, that's what you are becoming, right? And everyone is you push out as well. And again, Rhonda Byrne really teaches us that gratitude is the tool that heals relationship, that strengthens and transforms our relationships. So tonight we are not just talking about romantic relationship, but we are talking about our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with our kids, our children, our parents, of course, too, your relationship with money, right? And your goals, and also with the life in general. Because when relationship change, what's gonna happen? Life changes as well, and which is that is something that really really excites me, because before, when I change my thinking, it really changes my life as well. And just like today, tonight I had a really good chat for 2 hours, even though I'm at work, guys. Even though I have a 9 to 5 job, I always find a way to connect with my mentors. I have a mentor in a business, and we had a almost more than 2 hours. And then, believe it or not, guys, I'm starting a new book again. Oh my god. And it's my book. It's not with a group of 33 authors, but it's gonna be my book. And that's really excites me. See, once you really surround yourself with people who are so successful, they know exactly what they're doing. They want me to fly to Hawaii for a 3 day workshop as an author, but due to my work, I just started this job. That's why this my job is really the one that really is stopping me to do something that I love. And he always emphasizes that do something that you love, and anything that you don't love is the one that you have to, what is that, let someone do it. But I cannot do that on my 9 to 5 job, right? But again, uh I always find a way. I can do it virtually. I would love to be in Hawaii for in person to do this, but again, and he is my mentor is actually my mentor in my mindset mentor is Bob Proctor, and my other mentor is one of the colleagues of Bob Proctor too, right? He is also in The Secret. And yeah, see, he is guiding me to write a book. He's helping me to publish it on Amazon as well, and that is something that I had to finish this year. He gave me a timeline. I had to finish it this year, and then I told myself like it is already done. See, if you see, don't pressure yourself. If there's an opportunity comes, always embrace it, because these are the stepping stone for you to build, to receive that big dreams, whatever dreams that you want to manifest in your life. Do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. And for me, like, I just made a decision right there and then, like, you know what, I wrote a book in the past, and why don't I just do it again? I never thought that I would be an author, but it wasn't really something that I'm looking forward to before, but it's my mentors who really push me to be that person. At first, they guided me. It's kind of like very easy because I am with 33 authors, and right now I'll be the author of my own book. So that's something that I am so excited about. I'm not really, my English is not straight yet, but we have so many resources that we can use. I want him to guide me. First of all, I know there's so much artificial intelligence, but even though you use AI to do this, it help, but you still need to, oh, or to create that book that is really that come from you. You know, it's more because people can feel that. Because if I know that I use AI most of the time to create projects for my business as well, but you have to really emotional involved on something. Because if you are reading my book, and then you can easily notice that it's AI probably did that, and he doesn't want that to happen. We can use that just to get an idea, but I still need to follow his rule, because he published so many books in Amazon. And because it's his 81 years old birthday gift for us, and he will be able to help us publish that. So I'm just so grateful, guys. So yeah, so that's something that I'm looking forward to do it this year. Yeah. So again, yeah, where I am. So yeah, so tonight I'll be talking about this magically heal your relationship by Rhonda Byrne, and she really teaches us that when we complain about person or criticize someone or focus on what we don't like about a person, we are unknowingly strengthening the very behavior we want to change, right? You're actually hurting yourself by thinking all those negative thoughts to someone, you know. Yeah, you are hurting yourself. You are creating those grudge or negative emotions by keeping that within you, right? And then you can always carry that wherever you go. So it doesn't feel good too. It doesn't feel good. But when we feel gratitude for a person, even for small things, we begin to change the emotional energy of the relationship. And when the emotional energy changes, what's going to happen? The relationship must respond. It always mirrors um, what you're thinking inside. It always mirrors on the outside as well. And not because the other person suddenly changes overnight, right? But because we change first, and life always mirrors our inner state. Your inner world is the reflection of what's happening in the outside world. That's what it is. So you cannot change another person's directly, but when you change yourself, you influence everything around you. Likes attracts likes in the mind. That's what it is. That's the law of attraction comes to play. And when you also change your assumption about the person, and the person must conform to that assumption too. And that's the reason why using gratitude is the best tool that you can do to heal. And almost of the time, I always also, the way I heal my relationship with other people is to heal within me, so I can heal also my situations from that person too. I had bad relationships in the past, guys, but the only way that heal myself I heal my relationship with that other person is to heal me, because I am the one who is sending that energy towards him or towards her, something like that. And it's not really serving me at all. So the only way for me to do that is to heal myself and think about, the beautiful things that happened to me and that person from the past, and not really thinking about the breakups or anything like that, because that's a part of life. I never regret my relationship with my boyfriends when I was single, right? I never regret it. It was painful, but I realized that I had to feel the pain. I had to feel the pain. I must feel the pain, because if I didn't do that, if I didn't feel this, I don't think I'll be the person that I am today. It teaches me lesson. It teach me how to fall in love again, and it teach me the proper way to take good care of a relationship. And the only way to heal that is to heal myself, to forgive myself, and to forgive also, you know, anything that happened in the past. Because if I still keep that and hold it within me, right, I don't think I'll be in my situation right now. I'll probably keep comparing myself, uh, myself with my man right now, with my husband right now, if I didn't heal that. And then the one thing that really helped me a lot is doing the Ho'oponopono. The Ho'oponopono that I've learned from Dr. Joe Vitale, also from the Secret movie. Three of them actually is the one who helped me. Um, Bob, and then I am so, guys, I am so fortunate to know these three people. I Zoom with these three people. I met one of them, and these three people were in the Secret movie with Bob, right? So Dr. Joe Vitale, Raymond Aron, and then Bob Proctor, they were. And now Dr. Vitale, I was able to Zoom with him when I was in Napoleon Hill Institute. Bob, of course, is my mentor, and Aaron, he's my business mentor as well. So again, like I've learned so much things from these successful people, and it's so incredible to really pick up their brain and implement that in my life. And the toughest person that I met so far is my business coach. you know, the one who's helping me create my new book as well. And it's just he just really want to plant the seed, to burn the seed in your mind, that what's your excuse. You have a tool, we have this tool, and then what are you doing? you know it's like just like he is totally giving some tough love to everybody because he really wants us to grow. And he is giving a tough love to a person who is probably 80 years old or 70 years old, who was starting a business. He literally fire his own boss on his corporate job, and now he decided to start a business. And he was asking him earlier, yesterday, that when you're gonna start a business, and he said next month. Like, why you say next month? Why don't you start now? So again, that kind of mentality or that kind of coach is something that I want to be challenged. I want someone to really scold me or give me a tough love, because that's kind of like really wake me up to do the work, right? People are being offended by that, and I totally understand. I If I did not study the law of the universe, I probably, yes, I become reactive in the past, right? But right now I have that idea, I work on my mindset, and then he's giving us some tough love, and I understand. And I totally understand, because he wants the best in me. That's why he's giving me a hard time. Like, what are you doing? You should supposed to do this. Follow my formula. It's already been used by many many people. And why, if your formula is not really working for you, why don't you borrow someone else's formula? Because maybe that someone else's formula can literally help you know towards the progression of your business, or to your career, or whatever it is, right? And then and then it's just like kind of intimidating sometimes if he give you some tough love in front of everybody. But again, it's depends how you receive it. But if you receive it in a being if you're receiving it using your own ego, it really um makes you upset. But if you receive it because he loves to see you grow, then you can handle that tough love easily, right? So, and again, I like that he is doing that to us, because he really wants us to be successful in our careers, or whatever we are doing, right? So again, and he talk about building a relationship, or healings a relationship. And the way he does that is, he does it in his own way, just giving you a hard time, because he wants the best in you. And those are the things that I love to uh, have a mentor that literally see your blind spot, and he will just correct you right away, right? So yeah, so many people feel frustrated in relationship because they keep looking at what is missing, right? They always say that he doesn't listen, she doesn't understand, or probably they never support me, they always criticize me, right? And while those feelings, yes, those feelings are valid, but they are also instructions to the universe. Because what you focus on, you continue to experience that. And now imagine shifting that focus. Instead of saying they never support me, you should begin saying that thank you for the ways this person is trying to help me, right? Instead of saying they don't appreciate me, they don't appreciate my feedback, right? And why don't you say that thank you for the good moments we shared together today, right? And that's basically what happened yesterday. This person became reactive. He let his ego in control of him instead of appreciating the good moments that our mentor uh, are trying to tell us, right? So, and slowly, once you change the way you receive things, and then and embrace it because he wants the best in you, than being reactive and choose to respond, right? You notice that your heart really softens, like, oh my God, he really take good care of me, he really wants the best in me, right? And then your tone changes too, and then your reactions shift um, differently, and you become more responsive, right? And when your reaction shifts, for example, then the relationship shifts as well. And this really reminds me of the teachings of Neville Goddard too, in connection to this book, that Neville Goddard that thought that everyone in your life is reflecting to your inner assumption. So let's say if you assume people are kind, supportive, and loving, you will experience more kindness, support, and love. If you assume people are difficult, selfish, and hurtful, you will continue to meet the version of them. That's why you gotta change that mindset, right? Yeah, don't try to change the person. Change the story you tell about that person. And this is something that Rhonda Byrne give us the tool to do that, which is the gratitude. Gratitude is a new story. It's the new assumption. And gratitude also is a new emotional state. Yeah, so in connection to Bob, he's really, I remember I think one of this his book, you were born rich, I believe. He really thought that the relationship are governed by paradigms. Oh, I think that's the paradigm shift book. Yeah, and a paradigm is simply a habitual way of thinking. So if your paradigm says relationship are hard, then relationship will always feel hard. And if your paradigm always says people don't understand me, then you will keep feeling misunderstood. But when you begin practicing gratitude, you begin breaking that paradigm. And what's going to happen? You begin seeing possibility instead of limitations. So, again, when you change the paradigm, the results must change too, right? Yeah. So let me give you some practical way or practical practice that Rhonda teaches us, is to choose one difficult or important relationship and begin to write or think about everything we can be grateful for about that person. Whether it's a family, whether it's a friend, you should not be pretending that they are perfect, right? But appreciating what is real and good about that person. Don't always think about, and sometimes this is one thing that I notice in our mind. Every time we think about that person, we always think about the bad stuff. Yeah, the not so good stuff. That's and that's the reason why that's how we program. Even though a business, right? Someone sees, and this happens all the time in my business. Someone sees my ad, and they are already assuming that I am a scammer. Like, oh my God, did they even think any positive about that ad, right? So that's how we really program. And sometimes if people see that, I really don't want to put my energy towards these people, so I just block them, because I can feel it. I can feel there's what there that's why there is what they I mean that's there. Oh my gosh, there is a word, it's a telepathic energy, or transmutation of energy that's come from the Think and Grow Rich, that you can feel the energy of this person's once they message you. And then when I feel that energy, like, this is not the person that I really want to work with, I just let it go. I really don't want to waste my energy answering their negative words, instead of me uh, keeping my energy into something more productive, makes me feel good, and focusing my energy into someone that swallow my energy, right? That makes me weak, right? So because they're consuming that energy from me, if you decided to reply that. So always be mindful about you have to really listen to what your body is telling you. If your body is telling you that you're tired, just listen to your body. Don't really even force yourself, right? Force yourself to do something. So be be more aware, about your emotions too. Yeah, so but again, not pretending you're not pretending that they are perfect, but appreciating what is really real good in them. It could be by saying thank you for the times you tried, right? Thank you for the lessons you taught me. Thank you for the growth this relationship brought to us. And thank you for the love that exists even if it's not perfect. See, that's how you say it. Like, oh my goodness, like I had a bad breakup with this person 10 years ago. Like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Just say that I had 10 years ago. It was I'm grateful that I step out in this relationship, because I realized that oh my god, I realized that it's something that is not serving me, something like that. And I'm grateful also for the relationship that I experienced with this person, because he teaches me to fall in love again, right? Or he teaches me to move forward. He teaches me to regain my strength again. He teaches me to love myself even more. There's so many things that you can do, that you can say, than writing something that is negative, right? So, and when you do this sincerely, you are not just healing the relationship, you are also healing yourself, and you are helping to heal himself as well. See, that's how it is, because of the telepathic energy that you have, because you're thinking this person, and this person will pick up that energy, right? And then he will think about it too, like, why did I do that, and then they start appreciating all the things that you've done together. Yeah, so just like in a real life example, let's say a parent and child relationship, instead of focusing on the arguments, you begin thinking for the love, the protection, and the sacrifice. And then what's going to happen? Suddenly, your heart softens and the conversation changes, right? And let's say about a marriage too, instead of focusing on what is missing, you begin appreciating what still exists. And what you appreciate begins to grow. And this is something that I really want to be honest with you guys, that I know that life is can be chaotic, you know, but never ever forget also that you have um that you have to really protect your relationship with your spouses. And this is something that my mom has been married for 50 years already. It's actually their 50 years marriage this upcoming March with my dad. And one thing that my mom really advised me is, while I am still alive, that's what she said, because she's here helping me to take good care of my kids so I can go to work, right? While I am still alive, take advantage for you and your husband to go for a date, even though every other week. And that was the best advice that I, because she knows that if my husband go to be or go to work, he leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then he come home, it's probably 6:30 at night, right? And it's the same thing with me, like I come home, I go to work, drop off the kids to school, and then come home, and I probably at home around 5:30, 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the evening. And then my husband is still on the road and he's so tired. We're just gonna go dinner together and just like spend time with the kids for probably an hour or two, and we didn't even really had a chance to talk about our future together, you know and that's really really important. That's why, and my mom really is kind of like observant person, and she just told us like, you know what, I'm gonna take good care of the kids, go and have a date, you know and that is something that my husband and I really love doing together, because that's where we what we plan. If we have projects to do, if we have deciding for the next investment, or anything that we want to do in life, probably a travel too, or maybe something like simple, that how is your day, how can I help you about that. And then, so sometimes there are some a moment that he was in the midst of a crisis on his work, and I just keep telling him that he doesn't really believe, he doesn't really believe about personal development, because he's very logical, very realistic person, what's happening outside. But for me, I am also the opposite. I am very illogical, and I am not even thinking what's happening in the real world. I am focusing on what's happening in my inner world, because I want to focus what's within me, because I can change the outside too. And then for him, no, this is life. You have to be realistic. Blah 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 blah. Blah. But later on, he asked advice. He was in the midst of of problems, like, for almost 5 years, and it really drains me the hard way. But guess what, that's where Bob Proctor stepped into our life together, and then I'm so grateful. And then when he was dealing with problems, and he totally changed his mindset. Until now, I just advised him what to do, and then sometimes he doesn't listen to me also. But one thing, uh i was uh I was watching him in front of me, right? Because he's on a Zoom, and the way he breathed in and out, oh my god, it's just so heavy. It's just like draining me to watch him. And like, and then later on, I just really hold my heart, and then it just like telling him like, do this, even though you have to really do it, believe in this one, and then I know this will help you. But honestly, he was in a Zoom meeting with the lawyers, right? Was in the Zoom meeting with the lawyers, because he was becoming honest with me. And then I'm working here from home, and I can see him, I can watch him, how he really handled that really in a heavy heart, because he was being sued of something that he didn't do, you know. And it's about 1.2 million, right? And like for me, like, oh my gosh, like what the heck is going on, But again, I am, because of the teachings, because of the lessons that I've learned from my mentor, I told him like, just follow what I'm telling you to do. Every time you feel anxious, every time you feel nervous, every time any negative emotions that you're feeling in your life right now, and I am helping you, you know. So I just hold my hand, and I'm just keep repeating the Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. I just keep doing it because I feel so anxious. If you're watching a loved one so anxious, and then you are actually that energy that he is sending it to you, is showing it to you, it seems like you are drinking it like a soap, right? And you feel so anxious, and like I just close my eyes and I just keep repeating the Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono. And I told him about that. I let him watch a very short uh, uh, video regarding about that that was shared by Dr. Joe Vitale, because he was my teacher, my principal teacher in Napoleon Hill Institute. Napoleon Hill Institute, and he showed us how the Ho'oponopono changed his life too, right? And then basically that's what he did, and he's on his way going to the court. Oh, Shane, can you stop, please? And he's on his way going to the court. He's gonna go to the he's gonna go first to the airport, pick up the lawyer, because we hired a really good lawyer too, and then that represent him. And then he is doing this Ho'oponopono the entire time, and then basically that really made him feel better. And then after the court, he again dropped the lawyer at the airport, right after probably 6 hours, and he just dropped the lawyer at the airport. And I asked him, how is the what's the situation? And like, I think it's doing pretty good. And at that time, he went back. My husband went to Ireland, and that's probably 4 months. And he's every time the lawyer email him, he get anxious, and then he remember the Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. And he kept doing that and doing that. And he emailed me, but I never checked the email. And then he called me like, did you check my email? Like, no, I did not. And then he was crying over the phone, and he said, babe, it works, I won the case. you know so again, it's just, you have to be really, really intentional. If you know uh if you if you know that you didn't do good, even though despite of the evidence they shared. But my husband also went back to all his old emails, and he found this letter that he was advising the homeowners what to do, and then they disregard that. And then they are suing him because there is a leaking problem or the moist problem on their house. Because here in California, if you are, because my husband is a contractor, right? He's a contractor. His name is there. His license is there, right? Even though he didn't do that, but if you are a contractor, you are the person who be blamed in this. But again, because of he applied what I've learned from my mentors, and until now he's still using it. And it's the same thing with my mom too. My mom has been using the Ho'oponopono as well. My kids is doing the Ho'oponopono as well, because that's the only way for. And I told my husband, like, use the Ho'oponopono, visualize the face of these homeowners, like, just say that, like, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. He is not feeling sorry for them, but he's feeling sorry about the emotions that he's feeling right now, the negative emotion that I shouldn't be feeling this, you know. And then, yeah, you just keep doing it and doing it until now. So again, so I just really want to share that with you guys, because that's how you really heal a relationship, whether with a someone, whether with a friend, as long as you are taking care. I mean, taking care of that emotions within you is the most number one thing, because you are transmutating that energy towards that person anyway, because you are thinking of them, right? Even though you don't see them, but you know already that this person really kind of like hurt you, whatever happens in the past, and you're thinking about that because you're still uh keeping that emotions. But once you really want to heal yourself, then do that. Okay, so yeah, so that's something that I really want to share it with you guys, so apply it. It also, it's not only the relationship with other people. You can also build heal the relationship with money. Instead that I never had enough, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, or money is so hard to get. I This is so expensive, right? You should be saying thank you for what I already have, right? And money begins to feel safer instead of stressful, you know? And when it comes to goals, right? Instead of saying, I am so behind, I keep comparing myself to other people who are so successful, you should be saying, thank you for how far I have come. Change the language. This is who I am becoming. Instead of saying, it is so expensive, you should be saying, uh, this is not really something that is related towards the manifestation of my goal. So anything, just change the language itself instead of you thinking about lack and limitation, right? So yeah, so again, how this magically heal your relationship relates to our goal. you know your goals are in a relationship with you. Okay, if you criticize yourself for not reaching them fast enough, you actually creating resistance. If you appreciate your progress by doing these little tiny things, or by doing 1% better every single day, you are compounding. You are compounding yourself. You are creating that momentum as well. And you always assume your goal also that it's already done and loves you back. That's what the from Neville Goddard's book. And see yourself already living it as well, and be grateful for it as well, right? And all these three teachers that are saying the same thing, just like Neville always said, assuming. Always assume. Bob, see yourself that you're already living it. And Rhonda Byrne, be grateful for it right now, right? Because again, relationship really precedes results, guys. Okay, so now let's do some gratitude moment, guided gratitude moment. So allow yourself, right? So just take a deep breath, think one relationship and silently say, thank you for the good in this relationship. Thank you for the growth in this relationship, or thank you for the healing in this relationship. And thank you for the love that is unfolding. And feel it, not force it, okay? And just allow it, okay? Yeah, so just giving you some affirmations as well about this day 15. Um, re- what will be the affirmations that I can share with you guys? Okay, so my relationship are healing. I'm open to love and understanding. I see the good in people. People see the good in me, and my heart is soft, my mind is peaceful, and my relationship are becoming magical. Okay? So again, you don't change relationship by fighting them. You change relationship by changing how you meet them. Gratitude is not weakness, guys. Gratitude is power, because gratitude changes energy, and energy changes everything. So tonight, choose one relationship and begin loving it with gratitude, and watch what begins to shift. Okay, so if this really touched your heart tonight, thank you. you know and tomorrow, practice it, even though it's not perfect, as long as it's sincerely, and do it over and over again until you you heal yourself. It's an everyday thing. It's not an overnight healing, but it's an everyday practice that you have to do every single day, and then apply the Ho'oponopono as well. Okay, the Ho'oponopono means, that's a Hawaiian mantra that means make it right. Okay, so just apply that. It's one of the big things that happen in my life. So that's it for me, everybody. Thank you so much again. So happy to be here and share it with you what I've learned from this book. Thank you, Alex. I can relate. Yes, same thing with me. I can relate too. And thank you. You touched my heart. I love you too, sis. And then thank you so much for the inspiration. You're a really big help how I see myself right now. Grateful I started this business, great community, helping each other grow and be a winner. I know this community is one of the best community that I ever had. These are my family virtually. You are my family virtually. We have friends, we have a lot of friends, but they don't really understand us. And they are the number one who are the one who don't really support you. They only support what they see, but they don't support what you believe, right? Because if they see that you are making money, for example, that's the time that they will ask you something. But whatever you believe in the beginning, like, uh-huh, something like that only. It's just an right? But again, it's just, but understand them. That's their paradigm, that's the belief that they've been, that's how we program. See, for me, if I'm seeing my old friends, the way they reacted about my life right now, I am seeing the old version of me. I was in their shoes, and I understand. I don't criticize them. I never criticize people. I used to, but again, like, why should I be criticizing people? I'm not getting anything from them anyway. I should be loving people because I get love from them as well, because I can feel that, right? So again, never ever criticize other people. Just send love and light, and then they will always find a way. So I always tell myself they were lost, but they will soon come back and ask help from you anyway. Once they see the progress and the growth that you are becoming, and like eventually they will come, like, show me how, show me how. So just be a role model for them, guys. Lena, oh my goodness, thank you. About to go to 11:45. It's 11:45, Lena. I hope you are sleeping already. Okay, hello, coach. You inspire a lot of people. I listen your morning show. Oh, thank you, Simric. Yeah, the morning self-discipline come. It's one thing that really changed my life, guys. Oh, I just love morning routine. I hope you guys love it too. It's really a game changer for me. When I started that five 5 years ago, um, I really didn't understand. I really don't. And then, because my mindset back then is totally different. I don't like to be changed, but I had to, because my marriage is falling. I'm depression, postpartum depression. It's a mixed emotions, and pandemic came. So like, and my dad, was diagnosed with a big C as well. And then combining all those things together, and then here comes Bob Proctor came in my life at the right time. See, postpartum, pandemic, the big C, and depression as well. Four, right? Four problems really hit me big time in the same year. But again, I'm grateful, because and here's the thing too, if for me, that was a breakthrough for me. I found this business. I got a job that I do at home, and then also I found Bob, and it also all happened in the same year too. The same year that I was in this situation, it's also the same year that I had a breakthrough. That's why sometimes if this uh problems like coming just like heavy metal, you know, like that is the moment that you are in a breakthrough. You're in a breakthrough moment. And that's where I realize, right? So again, it's good that it happened because I was in pain already, and it all those I'm heavy loaded for everything single things that was like in 2021, that was happening in 2021. The world got shut down. I been dealing with my dad's situation. I didn't see him for 1 year, and he's still dealing that, and we have to really like thinking so many things. And dealing with a bad postpartum depression. Oh my god, just like a brick that really fall from the sky. But I didn't know that that was actually also the same year that it was a breakthrough for me. So it's also a blessing. I take that as a blessing because it made me so strong. I didn't give up, and God was working for me as well. Because again, He gave me a job, I found a business, and then I found a mentor who really changed my mindset and saved my marriage. Right. So yeah, so it was a big one for me. All right. So hello. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Salamat unay. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll be talking about this magic and miracles in health. That's a good one. Very, very good one. So again, thank you so much, and have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the morning routine. Thank you, and have a good day.
This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable.